Hello everyone, welcome to your second royal reading today here at MadWorldTarot. It's Easter Monday, late afternoon as I am doing this reading. I'm still reading on the news that Tom Bower is busy with a second book on Harry and Meghan. I've read on it generally just previously, and now I'm going to look at the one angle that Tom Bower has been really kind of pushing. Not necessarily what's in the book, but in the circumstances that Harry finds himself in California, the crisis that Harry finds himself in California, according to Tom Bower, being that Harry is basically clinging onto his royal status and hoping, or it's desperate to reconcile with the royal family. And Tom Bower says there is zero chance of reconciliation. That's a direct quote. Zero chance of reconciliation because there is irreconcilable anger on the part of William and Catherine. So I have the After Tarot on the tarot table. It's my breakup and makeup tarot. When I do these royal readings, we're going to have a little look. Celtic cross, Harry's point of view. We do keep seeing little attempts to provoke responses, strange puff pieces. William's messaging Harry. Catherine was trying to meet Harry when he was over. Harry was going to fly to Paris to meet William and George at the football. All these kinds of little pieces. Push, push, push. We're going to see how he's feeling. What are the chances? What are the odds? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse has shown up. Perhaps a bad omen for Harry. Just to see if Tom Bower's on the money on this point. How desperate is Harry to reconcile? Chances of reconciliation. I think we're good to go. Celtic cross. My opinion, just tarot for fun and entertainment. Just opinion and speculation. My opinion, of course. Just reading energy here and disclaimer in the box below. See what the After Tarot have to tell us. It's Rider-Waite Tarot. That's wound forward a little bit. So the cards, the energy in the cards has just moved towards the next kind of step in the energy, as you'll see when you see the cards. If you're not familiar with this tarot deck, let's see what it has to tell us for Harry. Oh yeah, okay, Tom Bower might have a point. And as I say, it's been pretty clear in the things we've been seeing. Six of Swords, and it's in reverse. That's our underlying energy. Six of Swords, you can see the forward motion in the energy is getting out of that boat onto safe solid ground again after that transition, that journey from conflict to peace, from illness to healing, whatever the card represents. It's in reverse. First thing to say about it is it's the overseas card. So when it's upright, it's going overseas. When it's in reverse, it's coming back from overseas. But it's also, as I say, transitioning to more peaceful times. It's in reverse, which means that Harry wants to go back to the UK, or at least have the opportunity to go back whenever he feels like it and hang out with the royals. But he is still in this state of conflict, drama, difficulty, and so it's not happening for him at this point, as Tom Bower said. So, situation for Harry, that's our underlying energy. Very apt card. Spookily apt, in fact. Situation that Harry's in right now. There he is. And he's in reverse, the King of Pentacles, the Earth sign, high status individual, but he's lost his status because the King of Pentacles in reverse. He's not being asked to be Councillor of State. When he went back a few weeks ago and the King was out of the country and all kinds of things were going on. Prince William was out of the country at one stage. They were all out of the country. Harry was not Councillor of State. He's lost his status. He could potentially be losing a whole lot more status when William accedes to the throne, as I read on over the weekend. Very clear that he is going to lose a lot more status. It's also being just solid and reliable when it's upright. Someone you can count on. It's in reverse. This is someone who has let the family down massively and hasn't done his duty, hasn't shown up when he was supposed to, and is also someone who could be in a lot of financial trouble, and we do read on that every now and then and check in, potentially big financial trouble coming his way, big financial losses. This is the husband card as well. This is somebody who could be failing to his responsibilities as a husband and as a businessman, as an income earner, all of that stuff. It's just a huge card of failure, disappointment, instability, whether materially unstable or in terms of his own inner self being very unstable. So you can read into that last comment whatever you would like to read in, of course. What's his particular challenge? Our King of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Four of Swords, and it's in reverse. This is the card of ruined reputation. It's a kind of a death after some kind of heartbreak and betrayal. It's being mourned over and grieved. It's retiring from public life when it's upright, to heal, to contemplate, to reflect, to think about your life and to heal. And in reverse, he hasn't done any of that inner work, any of that soul searching. He's still out and about causing trouble, going to court, litigating, talking to the press, shouting his mouth off. He's not going away quietly, which is what would help. I'm sure if he took himself away for 10 years and went and did good deeds among the poor of this earth, it would help him to reconcile. But instead of doing that, even though his reputation is so tarnished now, Four of Swords in reverse, he is not shutting up, he is not retreating, he is not thinking, he is not taking the time to do the inner work and the healing and all that stuff that he actually needs to do. So very apt cards on the tarot table. So let us see what's going on deep down, hidden from us down in the depths of the has-been. What's going on basically behind the scenes, what we can't see, what we can kind of almost smell. We've got the King of Cups in reverse. I think that's really Prince William's energy, but also Harry Parr's energy. They're both Kings of Cups, water sign men. They're in reverse. They're not interested. They've gone absolutely cold on him. And they might still love, because of course you do still love a family member who's let you down, betrayed you, disappointed you. You've given them so many chances and you hold out your hand. They, bite the whole arm off, that sort of energy. But as far as being available to him for comfort, for support, that's gone, that's finished. They were both out the country. They were gone when Harry decided to show up unnecessarily for his appeal hearing. That is not there for him anymore. He's lost that connection. So they're not going to, make a statement to the press saying that he is dead to us. We've heard that though. We've heard it through friends of Prince William. The king isn't going to say that about his son. Prince William has let it be known through friends that Harry is dead to him. That's King of Cups in reverse. And Kings of Cups are the last people to give up on black sheep in a family, in my experience anyway. So that's a very ominous card for Harry, if that's what's really going on in the background. So let's see what Harry's mind is on right now in terms of reconciling with his family. Oh goodness, these cards are just so literal today. It tells me that this energy is very strong and very desperate. That is the Five of Pentacles, which is the outcast card, the banishment card, self-exile or banishment, illness, poverty, being shut out of the warmth and camaraderie and comfort and ease of that church or palace or whatever the stained glass windows represent. It's in reverse. He wants back in desperately. He is broke, he is lonely, he is ill, he is desperate, he is homesick. I've got the two, let me back in. We've got Heathcliff, we've kind of got ghostly tappings at windows in the blizzard. It's very dramatic. You can hear the wind howling. You can feel the cold. So I think we don't need to really dwell on that energy anymore. It's very obvious, it's very literal energy from these cards. You can see it very clearly. Recent events, Harry wanting back in, what's been going on, just whatever. King of Swords, that's the court case, and not helping his cause by showing up to sue his father's government for security that he already has whenever he needs it, whenever he puts in the paperwork and says, I'm going to be there in 28 days time or 30 days or whatever notice he's got to give. But I'm going to show up in court and I'm going to talk to the press and I'm going to surround myself with lawyers and I want access to all your most top secret information so that I can, in my opinion, I've seen energy of this, possibly monetize it. Cough, my opinion, just what energy came through a reading that I did fairly recently. That's all just wild speculation, unsubstantiated. And if it is erroneous energy, I do apologize to Prince Harry. But there is the King of Swords. It's the litigation not helping his cause. We've got 3 kings on the table. King of Cups in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, and the King of Swords in the past energy upright. That court case needs to stop. So where are we heading? What's coming towards Harry in terms of reconciliation and going home? We've got Knight of Cups. That I think might be a direct appeal to the royals for I'm getting the weird word mediation. We've heard that word before. We've heard the demand for an apology. And that could be back on the table. If you apologize, I will withdraw my court case and all the rest of it. And if you apologize to Mummy Diana as well, because of course you took her security away, which is not true. She gave up her security herself against all the advice that was coming from everybody. The royals, the police, everyone was saying, please don't do that. But she, of course, had been told all kinds of lies by the BBC interviewer, Bashir, and so that was a very unfortunate event. But I'm getting both apologize and then I will back down. We've heard this before. I will put down my sword if you apologize. I'm also getting at the same time as apologize, perhaps a white flag, and let's negotiate, let's meet, let's mediate, let's get someone involved. Possibly Doria, possibly Meghan can be the mediator. I'm being snarky, of course. Or that big haired guy, the Buffon haired guy with the new cars and all the new properties in London, thanks to Has-Been. There's that kind of energy of treating for peace. I think it's just going to get blown into the wind, whatever puff pastry, a Freudian slip, whatever puff pieces we find with our, newspapers at breakfast, except on our phones, no longer a newspaper, or for most of us. That's the energy that's coming through there. So how does he see the royal family right now? How does he view them? Homesick, broken home, misses them. 4 of Wands in reverse. I want to go home. I want to be back in those castle gates. I want to be safe. I miss it. I want to be back part of the firm. You should have thought about that before you did everything in your power to destroy them, possibly, my opinion. So it's a short answer, very clear answer again. Pressure that he is under at the moment. External pressure, not his own. He's ruined. He's done. He's finished. 10 of Wands is the burden card, carrying those burdens. And you can see in the after tarot that the burdens have fallen to the ground and the person has given up, even when the card is upright, even more so when the card is in reverse. He is done. He's absolutely at his wit's end. He can't sustain this pressure that's piling on and on and on. Self-imposed pressure. He didn't have to write about the Taliban. and all of that. In his book, he didn't have to sue the government. He didn't have to sue all the newspapers and waste all his money. He didn't have to marry Meghan. He didn't have to become a raging drug addict, allegedly, my opinion. All of that stuff. He's not able to manage his life on his own. He can't deal with the day-to-day reality, the mundane reality of life. He doesn't know how to do that. He doesn't know how to do the most basic things, day-to-day things that we all have to deal with from early in our lives, and that we have to teach our children and our grandchildren to do so that they can survive in the world. Harry doesn't know how to do any of this at all. That's the burden, the pressure that he is under, and it's immense pressure that's causing him to actually collapse, crack under the pressure. Hopes and fears for the has-been. Very worried that he's not going to be let back in. Fool in reverse. He's worried that he's burnt his bridges. The Fool, of course, sets off on his exciting adventure, very naive, very enthusiastic, innocent, exuberant. In reverse, it's somebody who's done something stupid, taken too many chances, burnt his bridges. He's not going to get another go round. That's what he's worried about, and he's absolutely right to be worried about that. That's a big worry, because he wants to start over, which is the Fool. It's a starting over energy. He wants to start over with him very clearly from this whole reading. It's consistent in its energy. He wants back in. He misses them. He can't cope with the world on his own, but they are having none of it down here. Where is this going to go for Harry? Are they going to take pity on him and let him in like Andrew has been allowed to prance up and down outside St. George's Chapel? What's going to happen? No. Well, absolutely not. Lovers in reverse, no reconciliation. Lovers is a reconciliation card. Upright in reverse, no, you're not going to get you're not going to be reconciled with us. Zero chance of reconciliation. Tom Bauer. You're going to have to answer for the choices that you have made. The very bad choice of life partner that you made. There's Adam and Eve. And so you chose, you made that bed. You decided to lie in that bed with her and lie, many meanings in that word lie for me, energetically coming through. And so you'll have to deal with the consequences. There is a little chink of light in that card for Harry, just a tiny chink of light. If you get rid of her, it's a divorce card, the Lovers in reverse. If you might get that gamekeeper's cottage, far away, far away from Adelaide Cottage or Windsor Castle or wherever the Wales family is going to be. So that's the reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.